Hello, Saline. This is Talk of the Town, Saline High School's official podcast. I'm Kate Rossow, your host, and today we are talking all things theater. Now, let's talk local. Today we're here with Leah Sutherland. Welcome to the podcast, Leah.
Thank you.
Leah, what grade are you in and what theater experience do you have?
I'm in 9th grade and I've been in 2 shows and I'm working on my 3rd one.
Have you done any musicals?
I'm in a musical right now, the Beauty and the Beast musical.
Yes, Beauty and the Beast.
I'm in ensemble and I'm really enjoying it.
That's so great. Tell me more about Beauty and the Beast.
We're trying to really dive deep into what the ensemble is doing in the back. So we all made different stories and they're all so funny because, we're all joking around. And yesterday we worked on singing and, dance breaks and Gaston or stuff like that.
Those of you who don't know Saline podcast, I actually don't go to Saline. I go to Dexter. I'm a junior and I have been in 9 shows there.
Wow.
I think. Yeah, we do 4 shows a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we do 4 shows. So it's a little different, which is one of the things we're going to talk about here. But I also did theater before I've been at Dexter. So, we've got 2 different perspectives here, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who, you love theater, right?
Yes.
Yes. We both love theater. But somebody who's a little bit on the newer side and then somebody who's kind of been around for ages. I don't know if that's a good thing, honestly. Maybe I'm just getting old. I guess I'll let you guys interpret that how you want to. But
you're just more experienced.
Yeah. Totally.
More wise.
No, I'm wise. So many of the shows that I've been ensemble, and it is a blast. It is totally worth it. I feel like non-theater people and non-theater goers, or even people who are in theater, they see the ensemble as just especially high school theater, right? Just this kind of thing that's there.
And you didn't get it back up.
Right. Oh, you're not good enough to be a lead. Oh,
but we feel bad, so.
Yeah, we feel bad, so we'll let you in. I do not see the ensemble that way.
Me neither. I think it's so fun. My brother, he did drama, and he got the lead in a lot of the shows that he did do, and he got ensemble for his freshman year for his first musical, and he still says it's one of the best shows he's ever done because he got to do all these cool dance breaks and he got to jump over. It was Newsies, so he got to jump over brooms and all sorts of different stuff. And he told me when I got ensemble, he's like, you're gonna have so much fun. Ensemble's the best.
It really is. And the making up stories for your character is so true. I remember one of my favorite stories is from when I did Footloose my freshman year, and I was an ensemble. But we were the Beaumont teenagers, right?
Yeah.
And I actually got paired up with this other girl who's in my grade who was my mom. And then they paired us with a senior who was playing one of the leads, Willard. And we were his family. And so I got to be one of the leads, sister. I didn't have any lines, and I was still ensemble, but we got to create these little family groups. And it was one of my favorite show experiences because I had I was Ellie Hewitt, and I had a country accent, and I had this whole backstory about my life. And I think that's so important.
That's the same here as well. We, especially, like I said, we're working on Belle and, blocking Belle and Gaston right now. And for Belle, we're all the townspeople, and they were trying to arrange us and, putting us in groups for who we were going to be with for that song. And, they were all in, groups of whether, oh, I'm a craftsman and all of this, and, I'm a baker. And you were, it was so fun watching everybody, get put into groups and, them watching them, figure out how they were going to be doing that song.
Right.
And that's like the same during the Gaston scene. Like, my character apparently owns the Gaston Tavern. Like,
that's awesome. Do you have a name for your character yet?
Not yet, because on character building day, I was in Nicaragua. So I just kind of got thrown right in, and they were like, hey, we have this. So
you are extra special because you're like making up. Like,
yeah, I've been just making it up on the
on the spot. You didn't even get a day for it.
Yeah.
Just doing it yourself. I love to see it. For Fairy Godmother last year, we did Descendants, and I was Fairy Godmother, and I made a whole slideshow. I kid you not, of like her background. I had like Jane's possible fathers. Like, Merlin was one of them. I think Merlin is who I decided on. I feel like it makes sense, but it was like this whole elaborate slideshow about like her good traits, her bad traits, why she's a bad mother. Like, it's a whole thing, and it was just so awesome. I do love doing that. You have Beauty and the Beast now.
Yeah.
And then what are the other shows that you have done this year or are going to do still?
They did, I wasn't in it, but they did the Curious Savage. And I went. It was a very good show, and it was funny, too. And a bunch of my friends were in it, so that was amazing.
That's awesome.
And I don't think they've decided on our third show for the spring, since it's usually in the Black Box, although they did, which is like this small room. It's like, where they have like acting classes, I'm pretty sure.
Right. That's cool that you have a black box.
Yeah.
We actually don't have a black box. We just have like our big amphitheater. And we also like don't have any rehearsal spaces. Like, do you have like a dance studio or something?
No. Okay. We just rehearse. So if it's singing, then we're in the choir room. And for anything else, we're in the
stage area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's similar to us then. We have the choir room. We use that. But then we have casts of like 50 people in our musicals and like many ensembles and like a lot of people. And usually we're rehearsing like 3 rehearsals at a time. Like there's going to be an acting, vocals, and dance something going on every day. Like it's crazy. And so we usually like use the band room also. It's like, I wish we had another space that we could put people, or like the cafeteria. Let me tell you, doing push-ups and like dancing on the floor in the cafeteria, not exciting. Not on my bucket list.
I know what you're talking about. I'm in color guard, and like when we were learning how to step, we had to like walk around the cafeteria like without shoes. Thank God we had socks on, but it was
gross.
Disgusting.
But it's worth it. It's the art of theater, right?
It's just one of the many perks, doing push-ups on the cafeteria floor.
One of the many things that we love about theater. So for us, it's just if you're in the show, you're in drama club. What's the difference for you? Are there meetings and such?
So we do drama club is every Tuesday, but we haven't had it in a really long time because of the snow days. But we do every Tuesday, and then there's the calendar that we get for actual for the actual show, and then people go to that. And like I said, they can always join drama club, and you can just pop in for like a day, and But I'm excited for drama club to come back.
What's a normal day at drama club look like?
So drama club, it's not very it's very chaotic, honestly. Like,
I mean,
not
I
to
wouldn't
scare
expect
anybody away, not to scare anybody away, but it's very chaotic.
I think that would draw me in. I want to know more.
So it always starts with our like officers. They go in and we have this little whiteboard, and they'll always like. How do I explain this?
How do I explain this without it sounding like a cult? That is always the question in theater.
Let's think about that.
Think carefully before you say something.
Okay, so like you
This is good. This is quality.
So they go in, right? And we're in the hall. And but sometimes like if you're me, you just kind of like barge in, and I don't know. But you go in, and then they write on the board like They do announcements, we have a question, and then whatever, we do improv games. So whatever improv game what they wanted to do that day. And everybody comes in, and then...
we chant, we do some sacrifices, normal day
Make
things.
a little circle.
Yeah, make a little circle. I mean, we do that before shows, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Sacrifice must be made.
Yes. Blood, sweat. They call it blood, sweat, and tears for a reason, right?
Wasn't our blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, it was Joe over there. He was the one.
He said that we were weird, so we had to take care of him.
Ooh, spreading the tea. You're so real.
But yeah, so we'll come in, and Miss Glatz, she's in charge of it, and she also directs all of the musicals and plays and all that. And she will do announcements, which usually have something to do with whatever the season party is, because they'll be like, hey, it's Christmas season. This is when the Christmas party is. Or it'll be like an audition, like if like, hey, the show is coming up. And then we also always do shows around us that we're aware of. So like if there was drama club today, they would probably bring up Frozen,
Yes.
So like we always like, because sometimes you just want to go to a theater and watch something, and why not support it?
That is
too.
So true. I love going to see like other high schools or community shows perform. Like it's one of my favorite things to do, and every weekend or every new like show season, right? I look at all of the places around me and I'm like, okay, this weekend I'm going here, this weekend I'm going here, this weekend I'm going there. So I'm planning on coming to see Beauty and the Beast. I'm very excited for it. Hopefully I can make it. It does make it difficult because of all my rehearsals. It's like, okay, when can I actually go?
And then there's homework and any other extracurriculars.
Yeah, it's like a later thing.
That's future me's problem.
Honestly.
I like to live in the now.
Live in the moment. All right. Well, we are reaching our time limit here, sadly.
Aww.
I know. I really I have more things on this list, I promise, but it's fine. I think we had a good
Sorry,
conversation.
did I talk too much?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think we had an amazing conversation.
Me too.
I think I learned a lot. Did you?
Yes.
Learn a lot?
10 different departments.
Yeah. It's insane at Dexter. It's like a whole different world. Lots of people think it's better. I don't like to think of it that way. I like to think that it's a different world.
I think that every school has their own thing that they're good at, and that's just their little specialty.
Exactly. And I think going out and supporting all the different high schools and seeing those shows, and you guys who are listening to the podcast or watching right now, go out and see live theater because we need it, right?
And it's fun. Not even fun. That even if the theater wasn't in
right, no,
still you should totally come because it really, I personally it's even better when you know somebody in the show because they can tell you all the behind the scenes and stuff, and it's so cool. And I don't know about Dexter, but then after the show all of the cast comes out in their costumes and you get to see them, and it's just so cool. And I would say even if not just for theater itself, I'd say go for yourself. It's amazing. It really is.
It's really fascinating. And if you don't know anything about theater, that's okay. Go and have fun. Just have a good night out, right?
Yeah.
It's like going to see a
Take
movie,
some
but
friends,
better. Right. Yeah.
Have a blast.
Have a blast. Make a night out of it. Make sure to check out Talk of the Town's other episodes when they come out on the Saline Video YouTube channel. As always, I'm your host, Kate Rossow.
And I'm Leah Sutherland.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.